Anyone here want to talk to Andrew today? Okay. Oh, okay. It is her first presidential election, and she has very vocally said that she would like to meet you. Very briefly, what is your name and where are you from?
My name is Shweta Ashokraj. I am from the Bay Area, but I'm from Chennai, India.
Great. And I'm going to stop you right there and bring you guys to the light.
I think you just coined from.
I've gotten that a lot, actually.
All right.
From white people.
Take it away.
So I'm a sophomore diplomacy and world affairs economics double major at Occidental College here in Pasadena. First, I want to say it's an honor and a privilege to be here and to meet you. I'm going to say that again because it is a privilege to be here. My question is regarding a subject that's really triggering, and I don't want it to be taken lightly. So I hope that this is a space in which I am respected and validated for the experiences I'm about to talk about. And I just want to put a trigger warning out there for survivors. There's no other way to preface this. So just 2 weeks ago, I was raped. I didn't give consent. I refused twice, and I was still raped. I am now 1 in every 6 women that have been raped. I'm a part of the 54% of women aged 18 to 34, voters, by the way, that are victims of sexual assault. This doesn't just happen to women, but trans and LGBTQ members as well. Even last night, an event labeled to provide a safe space for Asian Americans was filled with old men, both Asian and white, drunkenly making passes at me and my friends sitting right here, who are also the same age as me, 19. Mind you, we are barely legal. We are forced to take safety precautions instead of holding these men accountable. I have to protect my drink, make sure my body is covered, go to the bathroom with a buddy, carry a sharp object, and I could go on, but I don't want to waste your time either. But you know what? I know I'm beautiful, I know I'm smart, and I want to look good, and I should be comfortable and empowered when I do so. And I didn't say that for applause. Even my friends are out here, they look amazing. And I shouldn't feel like I need to suppress myself because a man couldn't control his penis. And I really need you to take me seriously because I'm not just your constituent. I hope to be your successor. So my question is, what are you going to do to protect me and the 90% of women and LGBTQ members that experience sexual assault or rape at least once in their lifetime? Thank you.
Can I touch you? Yes. Can I touch you? Can I give you a hug? Oh,
Thank
I'm so
you.
sorry.
It's okay. It happens.
I'm so
But
sorry.
it's not normal.
There are people in my life who've had similar experiences. That's true of all of us, whether we know it or not. I mean, it's a scourge that pervades our society. And there are things that we can do. The deeper you go, the more ugly the reality gets. So one rule that I'm going to be championing is, and this is, like, I want to talk about the rules, because this is what, if you ask a politician this question, then I'll say, here are the rules, and then here are the rules that we can do better. And I have a whole set of rules that we need to have that do better. But then to me, there's like the stuff that just goes on in people's hearts and souls and minds. And that to me is the more important, in a way. So I have a whole set of rules I can talk about, like institutions that cover up sexual assault and sexual predators, like have that like the rules around it. Right now, many institutions have an incentive where if someone in their midst, is a sexual offender of some way, then they get concerned about their liabilities and they brush it under the rug, and then they just try and keep it quiet. And what that does, there are other people that in all likelihood have been impacted by that offender that might think they're the only one, or that like they're blaming themselves in some way. And that in rare cases, an institution will actually come forward and say, hey, this person is now like a convicted sexual offender. And so, you know, if there's someone else who had this experience, let us know. But most institutions do not do that because they don't want to obviously go near that. So I'm championing a rule that says, look, if you employ a convicted sexual offender, you have to actually publicize to like the world and also the people that have interacted with that person that this person's now. Yeah, and it happens at USC. So that, because what happens in many cases that the offenders are part of institutions that end up de facto protecting them. Because they think that's in their interests. And so you have to make it so it's not in their interest to protect. So that's a rule that I'm championing. The non-rule stuff is to me as or more important, where to me, strong men treat women well, weak men do not. And so the fundamental question in this context is, how do you make boys and men stronger so that when they see a beautiful woman, they know that they can express their interest in a way that's non-oppressive, but it can do, and then if they get rejected, then they can actually take that in the right way. That to me is like a challenge that needs to be undertaken. But this country right now is essentially experiencing this kind of struggle of masculinity on multiple dimensions. When we're all concerned about the mass shootings, we all know 98% plus of the shooters are boys and men. And so you have, and yeah, most of them, well, most of them are white. And so we're seeing that this larger set of issues to me is actually one of the great crises in American life right now. And it's playing out in our politics, where one of the reasons why I'm running for president right now is that you see this population that's struggling to come to terms with what the future holds. And right now it's turning around and blaming various scapegoats like immigrants and the minorities. Yes.
You gotta say it like it is.
That what we have to do is we have to turn the spotlight on things that we can actually address collectively. And one of the things that is driving it is this mindset of scarcity that is sweeping many, many communities. And that's what, to me, like, you all may know me as like the person who wants to give everyone $1,000 a month. A lot of that's about reducing stress, improving mental health, improving education levels, decreasing domestic violence, decreasing hospital visits. And then we can start to address the crisis of masculinity that then touches the issues that you so bravely brought up today and some of the other fundamental issues in our society. But I just want to thank you for sharing your experience with us. And please know that you have a friend and ally in me, because I know how, and I know you will. I know you will do amazing things. She is going to be my successor. We can all feel it.
I can't.
Okay.
I wasn't born here.
Thank you.